3 finale stream. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. How early does it usually go? Is it 10 minutes
10 minutes
or 5
before,
minutes?
I think, is
Yeah.
what's happened. I think
Mhm.
last time it was like 12 minutes, so never know.
Okay. So yeah, we are about 15 minutes away, 15 20 minutes away from go time. This is also being streamed. It's being streamed on the EckhartsLadder channel and Corey's Datapad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Corey's Datapad. What's your one big expectation or prediction for the stream?
For the stream or for the
Or
show?
for the
For the stream,
yeah,
it's that
do you
your
think
power is going to cut out at least 3 times.
actually? So I use the internet pass through thing, and I looked in because my router's in my downstairs living room, my rec room.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, there's a red light. There is a red light right now. My internet still works. So yeah, if it drops this time, everyone just go to Corey's stream. I'll reappear if I can. But hopefully no power outages.
Yeah.
It's very possible that it could happen though. So yeah, that's a good prediction.
I'm excited because I figured out how to split my audio so that I can watch the show on this computer and not have to mess around with my laptop, which is sitting behind me anyways.
Crucial, absolutely crucial.
Yeah. But for the show, I feel like based on your thumbnail, I have a good guess on what you think is our biggest potential thing happening.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Thanks for the spoiler." Like, it's just a guess. I haven't seen it yet. Or have I? No, I haven't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that that thumbnail. It's a nice picture of Boba. It's from season 2, episode 7, I believe. So I went through. I was like, evaluating all the Boba shots. Today.
It's sad that I have to think about with the Book of Boba Fett. Like, my first reaction to that was Boba in that episode? But that's the finale. So
no, sorry, it was Mando season 2, episode 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right. Season 2.
The one where they hijack the train or whatever.
Yeah. That was Solo, but whatever.
For sure. And no, actually, it was Rogue Squadron for the N64.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. That was the one mission you could beat in like 20 seconds. Do you remember that? Because you had to disable the train, and if you just turned your ion cannons on right away, you could just do it.
The only specific Rogue Squadron memories I have, I played through I think all the games, but I only remember walking around as Wedge in one of the levels. I think there was ATSTs involved, but
it was kind of weird how all those games felt the need to do that, because didn't Star Fox do that as well?
Yeah, well, you gotta fill in the game with character models somewhere. But should we maybe explain how this is going to work before? Because there were a bunch of comments earlier about us getting the episode early or something. That's not what happened.
Yeah, can you explain?
Right, so what we're going to be doing is we've got 20 minutes of talking about some of our predictions for what the finale is going to entail. We're going to be waiting for the episode to get posted. It's going to be up for everyone at the same time. We don't have any early access, no early information. We have no spoilers. At least I don't have any spoilers. I don't even think there are spoilers.
No, not really.
Just heavy speculation about Boba potentially showing up because of promotional images and a video.
I don't buy any of that, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't buy any of that.
There's a video of Tamora Morrison running lines by himself on the beach. You can't hear.
It was for another movie.
Yeah,
it was for another movie anyway. They found out what movie it was for.
Yeah, that's not evident. The man's an actor. He does things. It's not just Boba Fett. So.
Oh, really? Well, he is a clone still.
Oh, that's true.
Right. Yeah. No, people found out what that was for. It's for a completely different show or movie.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
But
I don't buy. There's this idea that Disney Singapore accidentally posted. The fucking marketing guy in Disney Singapore doesn't have exclusive Boba Fett knowledge.
Yeah.
If he does, he maybe gets it a day before, but he's not 3 weeks out of the show accidentally. And the other thing was so they commissioned some artwork for the season from a random artist, and they included Boba Fett, and people were like, that's evidence right there.
They didn't tell the fan artist throw a Boba in there, please, because he was in the show before.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean he's not in the finale here, just that it's not evidence.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so what's going to happen is when the episode's released,
consider these Bobas to be self-evident.
We cannot stream the episode itself, so we're going to be watching it We're going to have a timestamp on screen of exactly how far in we are to the episode. So when it's available, we'll put that on screen. We'll be counting down to click the start button.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
It'll look like this. I'm going to put it up on my screen. Yeah. So we'll do a 3,
exactly.
2, 1 start. If you start when we do, you don't need the timer. Anyone joins mid stream and they want to kind of pop in, that timer there is for you. So, yep.
It doesn't allow negatives, but I'll try to time it as quickly as I can. I tried to put a negative on my chrono counter, but it doesn't.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It doesn't work.
Well, that's why, That's why I had it paused at 5 seconds, and then when it hit 5 on the timer, I clicked play. But honestly, it's whatever. You're close enough, you'll get our general reaction to things at the same time.
So
if that's what you're into.
You can have it at the same timestamp as us. We'll be talking about stuff that's on screen. There were complaints last time that we were talking over the show. That is
Watch it on your own. Watch it on your own.
That's what this is for. So if we ever have to pause,
not be skipping the recap either. By the way, we're going straight from the beginning. Otherwise, well, I say we just go straight from the beginning. It's because it's too much. It's too much effort.
And thank you, Theo, for the $5 donation. I did leave Ragnar out of 5 on my Death Watch video because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just trying to screw a charity out of money. But yeah.
Thank you, Trapped Llama, who says he's hoping for he or she is hoping for a Mythosaur cameo tonight. I would be shocked if there was no Mythosaur cameo tonight. I would be very, very shocked if there was no Mythosaur cameo.
Who is your top ranked character to not make it through the night? And your bottom, like who would you put as, if you had to pick one character to definitely live, one character to definitely die? The person who lives cannot be Grogu. Who are you picking?
Oh, as the week has progressed, I've felt a little less. Oh, also, I will say, I just got this idea. If you guys don't want to watch the recap, play it at the same time as us, and we will say when the recap is done. You can mute it. So yeah, that's a good question. Most likely to live. Okay, most likely to die, Bo-Katan, I think.
I mean, Ashwo-Shuwu?
I think that's why my stream cut out last time. I think the power company heard you say that and was like, cut the power.
Why did mine
They took an entire city block just to stop that shit from propagating. I mean, yeah, Axel, I guess he is a character. Yeah, I guess one of the Mandos dying is definitely possible. But for like named characters, Carson Teva, he's going to die.
No, there's no way. He's
and
getting
I don't think
show.
Mando's going to die either. I was a little worried. I'm less worried as the week has gone on. What about you though?
So I did a video where I just spent the whole thing ranking each character on from like 1 to 5 how likely I thought they were going to die, or to live or die, with 1 being probably going to live, 5 being they're definitely going to die. My 5s were Axwolves. So Axwolves is, if I have to pick one character, he's probably dying, and I put Ragnar up there as well because the Mythosaur is definitely eating him. And
past indications would indicate that. Yep.
Yeah, like we've seen a large animal. We've seen 2 large animals that are still alive somewhere on Mandalore. We know Ragnar is allegedly still alive. Kid's getting into the monster mouth. And I think to most likely to live, I had Din Grogu, and I think I put Elia Kane down at 1 or 2. I forget. But
it would be pretty shocking if she died, because she's off very far away. But I mean, I guess she could electrocute herself. Yeah, she could have the little suicide tooth.
With 38 minutes of runtime, I don't think they're going to have enough time to really develop a Coruscant story.
Yeah, maybe she just falls, like just a.
I did also put Grief Karga. I gave that as a freebie for myself because I don't see how Grief could die. But the way I'm doing it is I did it for 9 of the characters, I think, and however far off I was from however many steps off I was from their real fate, I'm donating $5 to the local food bank.
Oh, nice.
So if I'm right about them, if I put them at a 1 or 5, then they don't get nothing. But if I put them at, say, a 2 and they live, because I hedged a little bit, then that's still $5. If I put someone at 5, if Axwolves lives tonight, that's $20 in food. So
it goes both ways. Okay, I like
yeah.
that. Okay.
So it encourages me to really plant my flag somewhere. I'm going to try to do that for other stuff.
That's a fun game. Yeah, I'll sign me up next time. That's a good one. Have you been watching NHL playoffs, Corey, or what?
I've not. I've seen the FDNY versus NYPD fight that happened though. I didn't.
Oh my god, that was sick. That was sick. Okay, okay, I've got another question for you.
All right.
Oh, I completely lost where I was going. Actually, never mind. So yeah, deaths. I think we are we going to see Thrawn? We talked about that during the podcast. What are the other? Oh, I remember what it was.
You're still locked in on Thrawn showing up, right?
No, I think it's possible. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be present. Like he's not. People are saying Thrawn. I think Thrawn's stuck somewhere. That's my theory. So I don't think he'll show up
in Coruscant rush hour traffic.
Yeah, exactly. He had a dentist appointment and he'd been missing for 10 years, or 8 years, whatever. Okay. Oh, you made me forget my question again. Oh, do you think there's actually still an outstanding spy that we're going to learn about?
I think so, but I've gone down on my chances that the armor is that spy because I have a matrix system that I've thought of for character deaths in the last 2 episodes, where I was going into the second half of the season thinking we'd probably have a Night Owl death and a Children of the Watch death, but we aren't going to have both Night Owls or both Children of the Watch dying, and whoever ends up being a spy has to most likely die or get removed in some way. So if Paz Vizsla is dead, then I feel like that protects the armorer right now. So I don't feel like she could become a traitor at this point if there's going to be no other Children of the Watch, unless we're just cleaning house on the Children of the Watch, which would go against what they're doing with the themes of the season.
That's a good point. That's a good. Do you still expecting to see Fen Rao as well?
I hope so. I think so. He's in the same ballpark as Boba Fett for me, honestly.
Okay.
I don't see how we get through this part of the season without getting a new character like that thrown in. They just can't help themselves.
No, I totally agree. And that's why I think he'll be there. My issue is still just like from 95. I think even a lot of Rebels fans wouldn't give a shit about Fen Rao.
I don't think they have to give a shit about him, just that he's a character that can come in that would fit, and then it's just because who gave a shit about Cobb Vanth? Just Alex.
Well, yeah, I guess that's fair. But that episode also had Boba Fett in it.
And Kelleran Beck. Like, no one...
No, I mean, the Cobb Vanth episode had Boba at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just there hasn't usually been a high bar for, like, how recognizable they have to be included as a cameo. And I guess this season we haven't had a big name. But yeah, Boba would also not be a new one.
That's true.
So
are we getting not necessarily Book of Boba Fett? Okay. Add me whoever your answer on this, and if you're right, you pay an extra $20 to your food bank. If you're wrong, I will pay $20.
Wait, are we getting if I'm right, I pay, and if you're right,
other way
I pay?
Around.
What?
Yeah, other way around.
Okay, because I think you said both ways. I was paying.
Yeah, I did. No. Okay, we're getting a post-credit scene.
A post-credit scene? Yes.
Okay. So, no post-credit scene, then you're paying? Yes, post-credit? I got it.
So that's going to whoever's local food bank of who wins?
They'll just go to yours.
Okay, so I'll just add that on, $20 if... All right.
Yeah, add it on either way, and I'll just PayPal you.
I'm about to find out in like a week that after I put in my money that the Ottawa Food Bank is like a front for a meth lab or something.
Maybe.
Supporting local business, I don't care.
Yeah. Entrepreneur. Hardworking, grinding on the street, you know.
Grinding, bumping, whatever you want to call it.
Guys, it is not a spoiler, but then the thumb, it's a prediction. Okay? Just a prediction. Let's just double check Disney Plus. I know I got some real G's out there who will tell me it's live. I just want to double check anyway.
You know what? Fuck this. Let's watch Renovations instead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they've been like per one, even when like Boba Fett's been coming out. No, not out yet. Or sorry, Mando's been coming out. Did my stream die?
You're still.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
You've been a
Chat's
little
going
choppy.
crazy. My internet's still working.
Allegedly not. Oh, you're
Yeah.
back.
Oh, am I?
We're getting some we're backs in there.
Okay. Well, I just ended the stream, so
Don't do that. Have faith. Man, I've been getting slaughtered on the CTRs on clips for the last 3 days.
Really? Are we back now, by the way, chat? Not having any good ones or what?
I don't know what it is. I thought they were fine. I didn't think they were going to be like blowing anyone away, but it's been bad.
Is it a bad idea that I'm doing this on my my McDonald's DQ hotspot or McDonald's DQ hotspot? My DQ hotspot / my McDonald's hotspot. I'm getting both of them. One's running my laptop, the other's running this. Is that cool or no?
That should be fine.
Okay.
What's your bitrate looking like? Is it
my bit rate is at 8,000.
you're getting
normal, right?
8,000 KB? No, I mean like what's beside the kilobytes per second on your OBS?
Oh, 8,000. Yeah.
8,000. It's actually okay.
It's up. Episode's up.
So it's up.
Guys,
right.
If it goes down, just keep watching. Worst case scenario, go to Corey's stream. Corey's Datapad. I'll put it in a comment. Let's get this up and running.
Quick hurry.
Are you using a VPN? No. Let me just make sure. I'm just going to turn off. I've got a VPN. I'm just going to make sure everything is off before we get started.
Okay.
Should have done that. I'm sorry.
I'm going to make sure the audio isn't coming through as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
So we'll tell everyone when we are through the preview.
Oh, it's 50. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, it's
41.
Episode 8 of season 1. I was like, oh, it's 50 minutes. No, that was episode 8 of season 1. Okay. So guys, we're gonna 3, 2, 1 start it, and then you guys can start with us, okay? All good? You good, Corey?
Yep. I'm just getting to 3 seconds so I can have it time better. Right.
Wait, you're doing what?
I was doing what you did basically.
Oh, you mean on the timer?
Yeah. So
okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So guys, we'll let you know if you don't want to watch the recap. We will let you know when it's done. We won't react to the
preview.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I've got descriptive audio on. Just trying to find some secrets.
I'm gonna put on the closed captioning for this.
I always do, yeah.
I'm not recording this from my B-roll yet. Well, why is this episode or Empire Strikes Back clip in the previously?
All they did was show Lizzo for 50 seconds. We're still in the preview, by the way, guys. It's mostly just been the last episode. I'll say that. They're holding their cards tight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a music stinger.
Yeah. That was Bo-Katan's theme. Long enough preview? Holy shit. From Beskar.
Guys, we only got 38 minutes. Let's hurry it up.
Yeah. All right, you guys can probably just tune in with the recap. I don't think they're showing much. We'll watch the last scene and be like, and this is my friend Boba Fett. Okay, we're good.
But you saying there wasn't in anything, was that also
I don't care actually.
Sometimes the absence of recap is the biggest recap at all.
Yeah. If this were just me, I'd probably scrub ahead and check the post credit scene. Damn, he's just blasted.
Was that not obvious from what they found when he was there?
You didn't see Gideon, but the other part, yeah.
Bro, they had like 4 bombers and 6 interceptors. I think you're Gucci.
With my theory is the planet, it's fine. Well, the comm static, it's jamming, not bombing stuff.
I thought that was obvious when they.
I didn't even realize. Yeah, I didn't even put that together.
I thought about it and I was like, no, that's too obvious to be a clip. Then
I think I got like 300,000 views from that clip.
I was so upset. My favorite part of the episode so far is how when Bo-Katan says axe, it sounds like she's saying ass.
I like the Mandalorian's little yellow gloves.
Nice little color.
Oh.
All right, there goes all the rescue theories.
Oh. It's mighty irresponsible.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind.
Rescue theories are back on.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Some of them have different color gauntlets. Some of them have red gauntlets.
I think that's a rank thing.
Yeah, I figured.
Man thinks he's Spider-Man.
Got him tied up like a dog.
Well, but it is the same color scheme as like the Super Commandos in Rebels. Oh, look who it is.
How the fuck did he get there?
Here? Yeah.
What's he doing? Is he pissing on him? Okay. Oh.
How did Grogu get here?
Oh, he looks cute though.
So is IG-12 Grogu's helmet?
I guess so.
Is he not allowed to get out now?
The return. Okay.
The return.
Gina Carano.
What?
Gina Carano's back.
Oh no.
How did the kid get used?
Through the cloning program, I have reinvented transphobia.
Ooh, let's go. Damn, that is a dangerous way to take off.
I wonder how many they lose that way.
Don't text while you do it. All right, let's go. God
they
damn,
have more Fang fighters than this. It should be fine. Paulo Salamanca has escaped.
Had 2 guys with him.
Why are they the only 2 that show up in the hallway?
We had 2 guys with him. It was not great.
In retrospect, this was a poor appropriation of forces.
I love the word scomp.
Do you think Skinny
Lots of
Pete will
stomping in
get
Jedi
his
Fallen Order.
revenge on Gus Fring here?
I don't really remember what happens to him in Breaking Bad, but
I think Skinny Pete survives, so that's why he's here on Mandalore.
goddamn, R5 got jetpacks?
Have you never seen the prequel trilogy? Why wouldn't R5
Yeah,
have
but R5
jetpacks
is
when
an old
R2?
one.
Such a brave little toaster.
But Dark Trooper just kicks him off the edge.
They're recreating the part at the end of The Force Awakens, but it's R5 instead of Han, Finn, and Poe? Rey? So are for the survivors, their pauldron, it looked like it's a B2 arm. Did you look at that at all?
No, I didn't notice that.
It looks like they've salvaged their stuff. It's not like traditional armor.
Mm-hmm. No, it's interesting. I didn't notice that. Damn, he's still flying. Oh, look, that was a good look at the fangs.
What? Oh,
That's a fine plan. I'm okay with that.
old dome maneuver.
It's like they're there. Like they don't really need the cruiser anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nice to have a cruiser.
Yeah.
But if you're staying behind alone on the cruiser, that's
He's calling somebody. He's calling somebody.
perma speak for you're dead.
Yeah, and I think it's perma. I think he's
Spy?
He's a little sussy. Sussy Baka. Yeah.
I saw X-Vent! I saw X-Vent! Everybody run around in the field so the fighters can't shoot us all at once.
Oh, I got a bad feeling about Axe. Oh yeah, I want to see these things fire. We got to see him a bit in season 2.
Are we gonna have to pour one out for actual Juwu?
He's about to get a bombing run right on his ass. Oh, this reminds me of Squadrons.
Yeah.
Honestly, good for him.
He just got his team 50 points.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to go on the offense.
Frigate stage is always a joke anyway.
Yeah, especially if you have some of the fighter protons. If you have the right loadout, you just shred those. My fighters got attacked by a bunch of wolves, Juwu.
I don't support that.
They've taken every fucking weapon from Din over the last 3 series.
Yeah.
Just his pistol, which is now gone.
Yeah, I miss his disintegration rifle. That was fun. Remember when he's blowing up those Jawas?
Yeah.
That was sick. I wish that was just the show sometimes. So what's going on with these boys? Are these going to be for something? Oh, yeah. Oh, they got riot shields.
You can just force pull those.
He said open the shield, and it did not sound like Carlo Esposito. Nice he missed the gun. Did you see that? He tried to get the gun on the way down.
That's a clip. That's a clip.
That is like Fallen Order guys right there. God damn. Oh, I always wondered what happened if someone did that.
Everyone struggles with it on their first try. You can go to the meditation spot if you die, though.
Why are those there? Damn, give me a break. I always wondered what would happen if someone touched one of those things. Oh, fuck. This is the battle we've been waiting for. Oh! Fucking narc, mouse droid. Next shield, bro, you don't got that one done yet.
He's got a plan.
Obviously. Yeah, chill, dude.
Shut them all down.
Rodent. Oh yeah, like they've got the red one. Is he double wielding? Dual wielding? Ooh, damn.
At least he's wielding. Man,
yeah.
That stinger does get overused.
A little bit. R5's going to get fucking domed by that mouse droid. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
The whole gang.
I forgot to say whether R5 would live or die.
Oh, I went off the edge.
Just fucking yeeted him. Not even sure how that happened.
Grogu could have probably helped. Got the Force, don't he?
Yeah. He did some training with Luke Skywalker. Link Skincrawler. We haven't seen the armor, have we? In that gauntlet?
No. Well, is that? Oh yeah, it's definitely Gideon in there.
Damn. I think there's spare Gideons.
I have been vindicated. I said the whole time, not Snoke. It's not Snoke. He's not working on Snoke stuff.
Well, we found that out at the start of last episode. I didn't think he'd make a bunch of Gideons to release along with himself because he'd be afraid of himself challenging himself.
You ever see the movie Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger? It's like kind of about that. It's pretty epic. Huh? Okay. Yeah, I knew that. Oh! Just drain him. Oh. Damn. That's a lot of chicken, someone said. Have you ever wondered how Los Polos Hermanos is able to franchise so quickly?
On the other side, it's just Lyle.
It's just like, that's the same thing. They got one for Nurse Joy like that.
What the fuck? They've got plants now? Mandalore's doing way better after not having the Mandalorians on it.
Yeah. Mandalorians suck.
That is true. Pop out. They found us.
Oh, no, they made them.
Have these guys been raising the mythosaur?
They've been raising they've been playing Farmville.
Okay, so it was once the planet. Yep.
Well, they planted it, but they found it somewhere. Yeah.
They're just like us, but green.
Well, there's really anyone down here, so it's fine. Let's go ride this mythosaur.
What do you mean by that?
Whoever's last is the traitor. Whoever's the last one is the traitor.
No. It's not just going to be a random nameless person. The only other name
I never imagined the
characters.
jetpacks working like that. Yeah, no, all right.
What, like propelling you through the air?
Like flying Iron Man style. Like, oh, nice, she's got one. Like, I played Shadows of the Empire, and that Dash Rendark and jetpack, like, it's like a really good jump. No, he can go high, but it's very slow. Oh yeah, let's go get that thing out. Which doesn't mean anything to half of them, but get it out anyway.
Oh, you slice through a TIE interceptor.
That, yeah. Now I'm just. I wouldn't fly with that out though. I gotta say. Oh, let's go.
Does the armor have a gun? Or just her hammer?
Just the hammer,
Yeah, for
and she's got
fuck's
the
sakes.
thing. She got the tongs.
No, those are the Mandalorians earlier.
Ooh. My Beskar is better than yours.
I would like you to acknowledge my lore-based joke there, please.
Okay, acknowledged.
The tongs.
Yeah, no, I get it. Taungs. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. This is why people leave comments asking if we really hate each other, Justin. So, where's our boy Axe Wosh right
Ooh,
now?
that was fierce. That was fierce. Did you see the way he turned around?
Mm-hmm.
That was almost as fierce as the Boba Fett knee rockets.
Does that mean he's coming? Are we finally going to see the
It might
whistling
be.
birds this season? Because
No, he's got his things gone off his hand.
ooh, force sensitivity.
Good. This is basically the Rom Mock fight.
Stay in the elevator. Stay in the elevator.
Get him while he's not wearing a helmet. Oh shit! Wrist rockets.
Gotta watch out for those.
That was fierce too. Oof. Oh, like the battle's going on right there. God damn, that thing. Oh, come on, that's not fair.
Yeah. You can't just invite the boys out to play when you're still in the middle of
He's gonna
1v1.
One of their. Yes, I knew when the Mandalorian started that by season 3 he was going to be fighting the throne room guys. That is something I predicted. Oh no.
Grogu just fucking force chuck him. No.
Grogu more powerful than Rey and Kylo confirmed.
We'll see. Rey and Kylo had like 8 of the fuckers in one lightsaber, so we'll see. But
God damn, that's the third time he's got his neck pulled like that.
that can't be good for it.
No. Oh, geez, that usually happens to TIE fighters.
Super Commandos, the trick is to not flying near the melee weapons. You have a...
Oh, nice. More boot action.
I think that's why...
Oh, no.
Oh. I think that's why
shit.
Bo-Katan is using the Darksaber. Because Casca would just look exactly like her with the helmet when they're going fast.
Yeah, that throws me off all the time. I thought that... Was that Casca there with the
that
new
was
rockets?
Casca
I thought that was...
the... I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because Bo-Katan just has the Darksaber right now.
Oof.
Was it Casca or Bo? It might. Okay,
Doesn't really
yeah.
matter.
It if it's not a dark saber, then it's.
Oh, come on. There we go. I can't fight 3 of them. I'm not even jacked like Paz was.
Is someone about to lose
like
the dark
this.
saber?
I like this better. Oh, he's got one of his. Oh. I thought he just straight up gun. He just caught the thing.
Forget Grogu. Is Din more powerful than Rey and Kylo?
Yeah. The answer will surprise you. Is that gun more powerful than Rey and Kylo? Oh my god, please tell me Grogu's gonna have the thing. That sounded like a thanks to me. Oh, fuck, there she goes. Sad to see you go down.
Jakku.
Why are you even sitting down?
Koska? I've been saying it wrong the whole time? we're in the base.
All have.
Let's not be in the base right now.
What were you gonna do otherwise?
Walk away?
Ooh. Oh, he broke it.
Did I call it?
You did call it.
And her helmet was
Bro,
removed.
literally no one cares about that anymore. That's actually pretty fair.
Yeah. The Mandalorians are
Just
stronger
like
when
monkeys.
there's a cruiser coming down for him.
I love Baby Yoda's just walking there next to him. The USS Leroy Jenkins.
No one responded to him saying he was coming in.
Oh, let's go.
There we go.
He's fine. Yeah, he's got a jetpack. Why wouldn't he be?
For fuck's sakes, that's $20 I'll never get back.
$20 to people who need it, Corey.
That's true. That's true. For the cost.
Yeah, knock his ass out. Knock his ass out. Oh, she was... For a second, I thought Grogu was pushing her along. Oh, he's always trying to hit the baby with his gat. Mom and dad. Oh, shit. That's how he died in Breaking Bad, too.
He's going to walk out with half of his face gone.
Walter White, you've done it again. I was going to say, that little Mandalorian shield was not going to be enough.
This is a little insulting to Kanan right now.
Yeah, seriously. I hope they kiss. I hope they kiss. I hope. I'm joking.
All three of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very
Grogu,
insulting to Kanan.
canonically more powerful than Kanan. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I never got the feeling Kanan was that powerful of a Jedi. He's kind of just
He lived,
doing
and that's his thing.
He's doing his best. Last chance to talk to me, Architon's cruiser. Last chance.
So I might understand that
what
only Gideon
with the other
dies.
10 minutes of this episode?
A ceremony.
Wow, no Boba Fett, no
Is someone removing a helmet? Are they allowed to do that now that they're in the water? Oh, he's gonna get eaten by the mythosaur! I can still win one!
the armor as portrayed by Billy D. Williams.
Did you watch him at Celebration? It was concerning.
He's an old man. So does he get to take his helmet off now? Oh no. I'm glad they went back to carrying Grogu around.
Well, he's about to get Mandalorian. Did she make a helmet for him?
Don't put him past the first step. He can not. All right. Bitch, what'd you say?
Me and Bo-Katan are his parents. He's older than you, Din.
But he is ancient. Yeah, so much for my whole theory about the missing ships. Fuck's sakes. Another L for Christ.
They just went on a coffee run is all.
They just weren't there. What happened to those fucking what's it called? Gazantes either. Best of luck, I guess. I don't know what happened to the TIE fighters. I guess they just flew away.
You must take your apprentice on season 4.
Hopefully it'll be another small scale adventure.
But one more thing. Let me take off my helmet, please. Are they just... Is anyone gonna... Nope. Grogu's calling out to him. Is no one gonna take off their helmet that wasn't originally doing that? Oh, I'm awake. Never mind. I'm done. That's me for the season. I'm done. I'm gonna stay down here.
She's relighting the forge. Bro, where the fuck were all of you during the battle?
Jesus. Jesus.
Okay, I guess there's not that many more.
Hmm.
They have to like have an immigration program, I think.
Yeah. All right, well, that's kind of Action was good, but like the character stuff around it was a bit less
Yeah.
than.
He's going to see Carson Teva.
Huh.
Is he returning the
Zeb?
droid or something? Oh yeah, Zeb.
Is Hera going to be here too? Are we about to get Hera? Is that going to be the cameo?
I
Or
don't see
Callus?
Zeb.
See a big old Mon Calamari. I see Dave
I see
Filoni.
Dave Filoni just fucking hanging out.
There was one of the memory things they needed here all along.
A Ranger of the New Republic. How the fuck am I going to pay you?
Okay, so they are getting it that way. Did they
Oh,
recover
yeah.
IG-12 then? It's kind of in pieces. Why not go to Mandalore between adventures, the place you just retook?
Yeah, like I just literally crashed my $10 million cruiser. Oh, he's going to be the new protector. Marshall, yeah. That's the return. Nice place to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll go pick the widow up.
Or frog. Who's more abusive towards animals, Grogu or Cal?
That's such a weird episode.
Grogu didn't eat the frog. We saw some character growth this episode. Literally the only bit of character growth we've seen this episode.
That was so weird. Where was that battle? What happened to the Gazantes? What happened to the ships? How did Grogu find him?
I think the Gozantes got destroyed? Maybe?
Well, that's just rude. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like fun battle, but the character stuff was just not there at all.
They didn't wake up the mythosaur.
The payoff of all the people saying, just wait, they're going to get there with the armor, you'll see. No, actually. Everything that she did was supposed to be good. We were supposed to agree that Din needed redemption for choosing to take off his helmet before, I guess, and there was nothing wrong with casting him out. Yeah, that's all neat.
Disappointing finale. No Mon Mothma. Better be a fucking episode 9 next week.
Yeah. How did they get out? Like, it's not like the fighters and bombers were just gone.
I have no idea. Where'd they go? They just decided to peace out?
Yeah, were the Mandalorians not just like trapped on the planet for a while? They have to go and land somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the
ending.
name
The
stuff
ending
is
was
more
nice.
like, do Korean names work that way, where it's like the last name? What
So
we
his
call
name
the
is
last name
Din
first?
Grogu now? Is that what they said?
Yeah, Din Grogu and Din
Okay.
Djarin.
Okay.
Let's see. Is there? Nope, I don't think there's a post-credit scene.
There's not. I looked.
Well, at least I don't know that money. A lot out of the money though.
So who died? Nobody
Just
really.
Moff Gideon, allegedly.
Yeah.
That's $40 for Casca and Grogu, or not Casca, for Actuosh and Ragnar rather.
Mm-hmm.
Then $20 total for Gideon in the armor. $10, so I think I'm at like $70. I'll have to figure it out.
Thankfully, Galen Weston stepped down. That might get you more than a bag of apples.
Won't matter. If it turns out Gideon's still alive, I'm gonna ask the food bank for my money back.
I'm so sorry, but you can either feed me for a week or...
If you have a problem with this, take it up with... Oh, mess up my thing that way. My bad. Take it up with Jon Favreau.
The ending
Thank you,
was
Theo, for that.
Nice.
Very appreciated.
Thank God we've got Ahsoka in a few months. I just tweeted out, I am extremely whelmed.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. I don't know. Yeah, like great battle. I thought that was all really cool. Won't think too hard. I'm okay with not thinking too hard about like, oh, they cleaned up the fighters afterwards. I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the characters didn't go anywhere, and like the character development this season was largely a step back for everyone but Bo-Katan. Like there was good character growth for her, and I think especially last episode that was done really well. But for Din, the season feels like kind of a regression.
Mm. Yeah. I liked R5.
That's fair. Actually, yeah, he took some big steps.
I like first name, last name. It's kind of cool. That's what I'm calling it. First name, last name.
Mm-hmm.
The episode just felt like it needed to be a lot longer.
Yeah, I don't know. That just felt like at the end we just kind of we were done. At least there won't be a year between seasons this time. There might. We'll see how far along Favreau got in writing before the writer's strike as well. But
I like that they destroyed the Darksaber.
Yes,
Get
that's
that gone. Get it gone.
I wish I'd made my clip more explicit on that.
Yeah.
As I said, they probably lose the Darksaber, but
I'm shocked we didn't see Boba Fett. I thought we would for sure.
Yeah,
because like I thought after they kind of won the ground battle that he would kind of pop in, and I'm not really surprised we didn't see Thrawn.
Yeah.
Someone of my comments wrote off-screen Gazantis versus off-screen TIE interceptors and TIE bombers bound when.
Someone has. Yeah, we didn't even see like the fangs do anything. So that wasn't. I guess that all happened off screen. Yeah,
they were there. Oh, I think my internet just dropped.
That would be sad.
Good timing.
Well,
no, I'm back. I think it's fixed.
Thank you, Gamer
Are we back?
GF.
You
Year
have a
between
Gamer
seasons,
GF?
like a
That's
year
cool.
between mod update releases. Yeah, sometimes more, sometimes less. You never know.
I don't think someone said that feels like a series finale. No way is that a series finale.
No, they're already writing the
already...
next one. There was so much of that last part was like about what Din is doing next. I feel like that was a bit of an arc finale, which means I think we're not going to address a lot of the Mandalorian society stuff in season 4, honestly.
I don't get him out having adventures.
Yeah, but I just mean for the character stuff. Like, is he just going to show up in season 5 not wearing a helmet?
Forever written season 5 or season 4.
Yeah.
The safe cliffhanger. I wouldn't say it was a cliffhanger. Like I really like the ending of him chilling. I legitimately hope that he goes and picks up the widow though. Remember her?
Yeah. That
Beauty on the. She was in the new season of Dexter, and is like he's like Dexter's new GF, and I was like, who? Like, why do I recognize her? Where is she from? She's from that.
she's from the Shrimp Planet in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Of all the possible character returns or cameos, where did IG-11 rank for you?
Yeah, that was the big. That was the big, big return.
Well, the return was to Mandalore, even though they got back to Mandalore that time, or last time, so that wasn't really much of a return.
The return of the mouse droids.
I guess the spies was referring to like the biblical thing of like the Israelites and everything, but so there's no Mandalorian spy. Everyone's still up front. No Mandalorians died in the making of this, other than Paz Vizsla, who has been incinerated.
I like how Mandalore goes without Mandalorians for like not even a decade, and like shit's already growing back.
Yeah. Can we just examine how bad we are for this planet? I don't know.
The Bad Batch had a better season finale.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah, it did.
I think even if you put 7 and 8 together as the finale, I feel like the Bad Batch topped that.
The Gideon stuff's a little goofy. Like I can get over that. Like it's like okay, the Gideon stuff in the Praetorian Guard, it's a little goofy, but whatever.
Is he done? Is Gideon gone?
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing another fake out death, but
no, they definitely killed all the clones.
Yeah, it seems kind of disappointing that like the build up over everything that Gideon has been trying to do with his with like the Force cloning stuff and his Force research was ultimately paid off as like those guys in the thing that you've already destroyed had Force sensitivity, damn it, rather than factoring in at all. Thank you again, Theo. Could we have a season 4 of Bo-Katan on Mandalore and Din doing his own thing out there? Could we need to see her dealing with the culture alone? Yeah, that was what I kind of said in my prediction on like what Bo-Katan's probably going to be used for. Like if we have A and B plots, we can have her doing some Mandalorian stuff or Mandalore stuff, and then Din doing some other stuff. So I feel like there will be at least one episode dedicated to them, and maybe some other appearances. But I think we're getting back to more the season 1 formula of Din and Grogu out in the galaxy dealing with something. Rescuing the skeleton crew kids.
Someone in the chat, absolutely rioting since Dinbo. I guess that's the shipping name for Din and Bo, which is nice. Or Din and Boba.
Well, now that would be Bo-Katan and Grogu as well, because Din's his last name or his family name.
Yeah,
the Mudhorn clan.
Mudhorn sounds like a butt sex joke.
Well, that's his crest, so
fair enough. Trying to piece together some of my other reactions.
Do we want to throw up like a Q&A thing?
How do we do that?
I think it should be a function. Engage with your audience, start a poll or start a Q&A. And then if they want to give us anything to riff on, because your chat's probably moving a bit too fast. I'll just leave mine how it is, and then if they have questions,
someone say I missed a super chat, I'll get that. If you want your questions guaranteed answered, I will do a super chat. If you super chat, I'll definitely get to them. Otherwise, I will try. I need sequels to be not equal, and 4 Bar Jade Tamara Luke. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is. Questions. Okay. No Boba. That's not a question. I guess it is.
Did it have a question mark at the end?
It did, yeah. So I guess it is. Is that really the end of the Darksaber? Yeah, I think the Darksaber got KC'd, which is way
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna buy a hilt. I'll remember it forever. It was a kind of cool weapon, but it only caused bad things for the Mandalorians.
Yeah. So to Gideon mount, I mean, he probably could have survived in that suit. Who knows? I liked the circle wipe to end the episode. That was a bold choice that I approved of. It wasn't even like a wipe; it was like a circle wipe to black.
Yeah, and then Grogu turned towards the camera and said, "That's all, folks." That was great.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
I'm gonna pop that on as well. Can you go back to the chat once there's a Q&A in there?
Yeah, you click at the top where it says questions, and you can switch between.
Okay. Okay, I see. The insert an ad pop-up that always decides to show up was covering it, so.
Fun how it does that. It wasn't as disappointing as the Maple Leafs tonight. They were awful. The Rangers won, though. What are your overall thoughts on the season now that it's wrapped up? Wasted. There are some episodes I like more. Like the first couple episodes I like more. The one where they take the Pirate King down, I like more.
Episode 4 or 3 rather. Better now too.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, like I think this has been. So there are Star Wars things that I like and dislike, but this has been the first Star Wars thing I've watched or read or whatever that at times has made me, season 3 as a whole, that at times has made me actively frustrated about some of the messaging. Not that they have a message, but just the fact that some of it doesn't seem to jive and feels like almost irresponsible in the message they could be sending. And the ending not even really addressing any of that makes me think that my less than charitable interpretation of whether it's something they were building to versus something that was just kind of maybe not thought about, maybe intentional. Either way, the more negative interpretations of it that I had are more correct.
Bearing fruit.
So, I don't know. But Logan's asking, you think this was their attempt to make Din more like a season 1 self? I think they did want to end in a situation where that could be where he goes. Like I don't know if there was too much that they did, but they were like going out of their way to do that. As far as what he's going to be able to do in the future of like going out on adventures, but maybe the whole redemption thing was trying to get him back to like the start of season 1, only now he has Grogu, which I don't know if that is what they were going for. I can't say I agree with that choice of like having him be just some of the personal connection with Grogu feels like the things that got him there were kind of put aside.
Yeah. I got a $5 donation from CBMX who says, "Did you feel the season played it too safe? I know it was totally fine, but now a lot is hinging on Ahsoka in the movie for an interesting." Yeah, I mean, I didn't really feel like it was going to be massive in the kind of setup for those other shows. Yeah, so I don't know if I'd say it played it too safe. I think there were more some execution problems.
Yeah. Like the question Theo just put in is kind of about that, or about the uh where they're going in the future. I don't think they're like setting up to address uh some of the stuff that felt like it was left aside here in the future. I think they addressed it. Like I think their takeaway was like, oh, they're all working together now, so that's all fine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there's been some misinterpretation of like what the complaints about Din having the helmet on are. It's not that none of them should be allowed to make the choice that they want the helmet on. That's fine. The thing that is more the problem for me, at least, is Din already made the choice to like take off the helmet in certain situations to help Grogu, and then because of his connection with Grogu, and then the starting plot of the season was that in Book of Boba Fett was like the tribe thought that was a bad thing to have done, and like that's why he would need redemption, and then that was kind of vindicated as that's
He
an
should have had
okay
his
thing
helmet
to
off
have.
at the last scene.
Yeah,
That would have been good. Last scene, have the helmet off.
yeah.
That would have been good, I think.
Is Din a Ranger of the New Republic now? A mercenary of the New Republic. I don't
Yeah.
think that's cheaper than like I've played enough Total War games to know that that's not cheaper. More upkeep.
Yeah, totally. Um, other questions. Let's see. I hope Gideon isn't dead. I feel the episode was mostly good, but that's not really a question. What was episode 3? Was episode 3 needed besides establishing that the New Republic is incompetent? I guess not really, but I thought it was still a good episode overall.
Yeah, I think that's the one that sets up for more of the broader galaxy stuff for what we're going to be dealing with in season 4. But and I think that it does kind of tie in for what Luna's asking about whether anything was rewritten to make up for the lack of Rangers of the New Republic, where I think that might have been put in a bit more because of that, where Rangers might have been intended to set up some of the early stages of the Imperial conflict before getting into some of the bigger parts in potentially Ahsoka or the Heir to the Empire movie, but I don't think it was a huge way out of their way they went for that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Do you think Mandalorian has a chance of recovering after such a rocky season 3 of Boba Fett time? Yeah, I'm not really concerned about I'm not really concerned about the seasons moving forward. I just wanted better from this, really.
Yeah, like
people still like the character, so
yeah, I think where they're starting from now is probably perfectly fine going forward. Like it's going to be a new arc for next season. Like we're not going to be dealing too heavily with the with like the Mandalorian internal lore. I don't think like it's going to be more focusing out towards the Empire. So I think it'll be fairly separated from this stuff. And some of the broader stuff was not where I'd have a problem with season 3. So I think when those details are less important, it won't be interfering with what they're doing in the future.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And that was kind of in a way, the big surprise to me was that there was no kind of like I'm not somebody who needs a hook in every episode, but I was definitely expecting something in the finale, like some. Obviously, there was payoff for a happy end for the characters for now at least, but definitely expecting either a tie-in to Ahsoka or something. But
yeah,
especially after last episode, which was pretty high on all that stuff.
Yeah, like I don't think the show needs to have a bunch of cameos and everything to be good, but I feel like sometimes that kind of papers over some character development not being there, and when you don't have either of those things, that's where you start to get into.
You're right.
Like again, action was fun, like really good. I enjoyed the battle for what it was, but I feel like we were missing something in either of those two departments, and I probably would have been happy with either department, to the point that like the IG-12 coming back or IG-11 coming back just kind of felt like, okay, well, why did this is? I'd rather have nothing almost.
Yeah. It's like there was no, like, if you would have asked me to sum up what I expected the episode, like, I'd hope that I'd not be able to do so beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you say, Justin, what's going to happen in the Mandalorian season finale? I would say, okay, they take back Mandalore and they kill Moff Gideon probably, or they defeat Moff Gideon, and Bo-Katan is named Mandalore. Like, that would have been my prediction for what is almost definitely going to happen. I would have said the myth is involved. And like, ideally there's some surprise in there. There wasn't really for this one.
Yeah, it is weird because there were like interviews talking about, someone saying in chat right now, like how sad it was going to be, and how like how Fumiya said it was going to like wrap up stuff from like be a conclusion to the Mandalorian season 3, as well as wrapping stuff up from the Book of Boba Fett. So I guess maybe it was just like the stuff that the Mandalorians had, like Din and the armor and Paz had in Book of Boba Fett by destroying the Darksaber. But maybe the Darksaber being destroyed is what they thought would make everyone sad. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But with the sad bit there.
We don't even see a reaction to everyone saying like the Darksaber's gone, but we still, like, I guess we kind of see the fact that they're still there, but like did Bo-Katan tell them that the Darksaber's gone? Is she like, oh, I left it in my hotel room? There's no impact on any of the characters or anything that actually happens.
So is the myth that we're waiting for a greater adventure? Does like Grogu need to get a couple more gym badges?
I don't know. Are the Mandalorian's gonna like fly it out into a battle with the Empire later on?
Mythosaur is level 30, and Grogu's only defeating Misty and Brock.
What do you think its signature move is?
Rest.
Whirlpool? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom quickly. Insult me while I'm gone, and then I've got a question for you.
Okay. I'll probably wrap up when you get back. Okay. Carlos, do you think Star Wars gets hampered by spending their limited episodes setting up other shows? I think in this case, there's an argument that, yeah, maybe a bit, but Funeral for Paz would have been nice, I think. I got some bad feelings early on in the episode when growed up and just rescued him. That was like, okay, like, how did he get there? Why even bother having him captured? Yeah, those are kind of my. Will there be a season 4? I think so. I hope so. I mean, on one hand, not the lack of unnecessary cameos is kind of a good thing.
Right. I'm back.
Okay.
What have you been up to?
Okay. Not much. Not much. All right, what's your question?
So this question comes to you courtesy of Austin, who asks, how does season 3 rank? So if we're going to take all the live action Star Wars TV seasons, I think. So that's Mando 1 through 3, Book of Boba Fett, and Andor. Am I forgetting anything? No. Kenobi, right, that's a show. Where are you putting them all? All 6.
Bottom.
What's the bottom? You cut out of it there. Kenobi's bottom?
Yeah, probably Mando season 1 highest. Okay. I don't know. 1 and 2 are both so. I'll say 1 highest just because the genius of Grogu and stuff. Then 2, or no, fuck, it's hard with Andor. But Mando 1, 2, Andor. I don't know. Maybe Book of Boba Fett, this and then Kenobi. This might be my second least favorite. I don't know, like the ending of the book. So like the Book of Boba Fett, I like, but how they fucked up the story, I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm bothered by the uniting thing. So, like I don't know if it's fair to the Book of Boba Fett for that.
Yeah.
Because like I really like the first 3 episodes of that. I'll say I'll put this above Book of Boba Fett. I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna have them tied. Actually, what about you?
Okay. Can you go over the 5 in order now again, or the 6, just to recap that?
Yep. Yep. So Mando 1, Mando 2, Andor. Fuck. I still don't really know.
You can
I'll
tie
say
if you really want to tie. It's that hard.
I'll say Mando 3 and Book of Boba Fett tied, and then Kenobi.
Okay. Also, thank you, Rocking
What
Lemon
about-
and Theo. I didn't notice those. I was in the question and answer thing because I can't see the chat from there and just staring at that. But get to the other question in a minute. Yeah, I think Andor is my number 1.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to think. Number 2 is probably Mando season 2.
Okay.
Number 3, Mando season 1. Then
Okay.
I think Kenobi and Book of Boba Fett are tied for me right now. I have to rewatch them, and Mando season 3 is last, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what it is until I can rewatch some of the stuff that I haven't watched in a while.
Makes sense. I'm disappointed. Like, where's Pedro Pascal's face this whole time? Like,
In The
he
Last
didn't
of
even
Us.
show up. He didn't show up for work one day. Yeah, I mean, not that audio recordings not work, but you know, I would have liked to. I would have liked to show me the handsome man.
Do you think we're getting it in the next season?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on now. Like, because there was the rumor that was a big thing in season was he really wants to show his face and get paid extra. Charlie wants to join the call. Yeah, it's in let's just go over to the
Yeah. I might change mine so I'm just recording the whole screen, or no, I can go to the other thing.
I'll just go on the other Discord. Alright.
Rocking Lemon, I don't think a Gideon clone will be in the Ahsoka or Filoni movies. Okay, I'm gonna go and join the call that Justin just moved to. Sorry for the delay on answering that one, Rocking Lemon. I think Gideon, if he comes back, would be more of a Mandalorian thing. I don't think he'll be a big bad for Ahsoka or Filoni or Heir to the Empire.
Sorry to mess up the
Fine.
camera layout.
It only takes 2 seconds.
What a load of shit, eh, fellas?
Want to go that far?
Is I mean, it was okay. It was like a 4 out of 10, personally. Maybe a 5.
You're just mad because there's no good clips for it this week.
That too. Like, everything people had said or theorized or expected didn't happen. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's fundamentally because if you look at the point by point of what happened, only the most basic of things happened. Of like getting Mandalore back and Gideon dying. Darksaber breaking is the one thing that might have been
Sorry about that. I just turned the camera on.
the Darksaber breaking is the one thing that wasn't like a heavily like it or the one thing that happened that wasn't like 100% basic necessary just to go on. And I think only one person predicted that, and he's in this fucking call. So
that's true. You did predict the Darksaber stuff, and that was a really good call.
I really wish I'd done a clip on that directly. I think I kind of did, but I don't know if I was explicit enough in it. Because I needed something to cover up for my other Darksaber clip that's just full of people saying, well, this aged poorly. And I'd like all those people, I'd like to wish them a very kind go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like there was even
you didn't?
official. Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there was even official promotion about Boba coming out, and then they had to take it down and whatnot.
Well, that's because
that
that's
was
probably why
good.
they had to take it down, because it was just a thing with like other promotional material they had. I don't think that was. I don't think any of that stuff ever pointed to it actually being Boba. Like, I think that was just local promotion, like Justin was saying, and then fan art where they didn't really have.
Now, I don't know what chat says or what you two are saying, but I think even if Boba did come in, I really wouldn't care, to be honest. I mean, you know, like, he's been in multiple times. I don't need another. I don't need a third or fourth cameo there, if you know what I mean.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Do you need a book of Boba Fett season 2?
No.
No.
Not really. Not unless there's something substantial going on. I don't know. I just feel like, in my honest opinion, I feel like this entire season had to go through a massive rewrite in some way, shape, or form. Has to be.
Something was definitely up at the last episode. Feels like there were parts missing, like how Grogu just finds him.
Yeah.
That was so weird. Because like, why even have him captured otherwise?
Exactly. Yeah, and why we had a whole scene about Mando getting captured, and like literally in the first scenes he gets out. It's just like, I don't know. It just feels like a get out of jail free cards on more complicated scenes that should have been had. You know, and look, you know, like fair enough if it's not super cohesive, that's fine. But you could have had a bit more like better shots, like Gideon's like death scene where he's just like he just goes oh and then dies. Like, I just don't get it.
Technically, Axe Woves now controls the Darksaber, even if there's no Darksaber, because you don't need to have the Darksaber to control the Darksaber. Gideon beat Bo-Katan. Axe Woves exploded Gideon. Axe Woves is now the Darksaber leader, and if everyone was really fucking honest with themselves, like Din was towards everyone else about Bo-Katan having it, then Axe Woves is now Mandalore. So go fuck yourselves, everyone. I'm gonna go respond to every comment on my video saying that.
It's a good idea. You should do that. Good for engagement.
As much as I love IG-11, just bringing him back just gets rid of all the emotional like weight that was given in season 1 and 2. Like, all those setups now are moot.
I don't mind that. Like, is that actually IG-11?
Yeah, I don't think it's really. Yeah, it's just like a droid with like the same programming.
Is the body even okay? Like, the body, is that the same one?
I know it had some stuff, like some new bits on it. Also, my stream is dying, so I'm going to end this. If you got any super chats or questions, get them in. We're going to end her soon.
I'll have one last thing to add.
Okay.
My biggest issue is that they did instead of show don't tell, they told everything and showed nothing. So like the dialogue was really weird in the sense of like, I want my baby to be christened, and it's just like, you can't. The parents are not here, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll adopt him. You know, like, you could have really cut that down to something a bit more, with a bit more subtext. There was no subtext. There was so much exposition in the dialogue.
There was plenty of subtext. There was the subtext of like Grogu found Din somehow. There was the subtext of all the fighters are destroyed. That's so much subtext.
You could have had the exact same way, if not more, if Din came in and made the decision that this is going to be my son. Like, you can think that he's thought about this off screen, but instead they have a little small conversation, and all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, fine, I'll adopt him."
I think we all just assumed he had already. Honestly,
yeah, that wasn't really.
Yeah, and that too. Yeah, it's just
that wasn't really a reveal. Like, it's kind of always like that. Yeah.
No.
I just feel like they you don't have to explain everything, man. I'm not. Mostly children are going to watch this, but I'm not a child, at least I think, and I can kind of get. I can read between the lines, bro. I can read between the lines and get the gist of what the director is trying to portray in the scene. I don't have to have it explained to me. You know, as a Gideon as well, when he was just like, I made all these clones specifically to do X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, am I watching an anime or am I watching Star Wars? Like, what's going on here? You know,
That's probably the biggest letdown to me of the Gideon plot is like there's been so much buildup of like he's looking into this Force stuff for a reason. Is he trying to give himself Force powers? And it turns out that he kind of is, but it didn't really amount to anything. Like they got destroyed before. Like Din walks through a hallway of them and like, oh, better drain these. And then that's the payoff for the entire Force plot of like capturing Grogu, researching on Grogu, and then afterwards it's like we find out after the problem is solved what the problem was. That is kind of ridiculous to me.
just to quickly jump in one last thing. For me, I don't know if it is for chat or you two. Was this the most interesting part of the storyline to you? The whole cloning and the Force, like artificially giving somebody the Force. I thought that was like really cool.
Yeah,
and they never dived into it at all.
Well,
it's kind of interesting. I'm curious to see whether it actually worked or not. I don't think we know for sure.
Exactly. I wanted to know more about it. Instead, we had like this fucking Lord drop on the Darksaber, and I don't care. Like, I want to know more about what Gideon was up to, and whatever the villains do is so much more interesting. I think because it's like what brings them, what drives them to do something like that.
It would be nice if
I'm gonna go to bed. By the way,
right.
you guys keep talking.
Oh,
I'm gonna to bed. I'll link your stream because it's 5 my time. I'm gonna see if I can. Does this rating thing work?
Maybe.
Guys, they're gonna continue the conversation. I'm gonna try to get there. Otherwise, I'll just link it in the chat.
Yeah. Good night, chat. Well, I'll still be here, but thanks for having me on, guys.
There you go. Spammed.
It's the
good night, everybody.
Good night, Justin.
Good night, babe.
It's so it's not necessarily done. Like you could still have that cloning stuff come up in the future, which I think would be nice if that was building towards something a bit more than like the clones in the hallway died, and that's the end of it. So the problem there is if it's still paying off with Gideon, then it turns into a thing where like, does Gideon have to come back for that? Could his work be going to someone else? Because we know that the other Imperials don't know or they probably suspect he's doing the cloning program, but they don't know. Yeah. So he's not giving that work to the other Imperials to have built something off of. Like, we know they're kind of getting there with Snoke and with Palpatine's bodies, but it's not quite the same thing. And I don't know, it just feels like that. If it goes somewhere, that's great. But if it goes somewhere and that requires Gideon having like a 3rd season in a row where he's dead but not really, or taken out of play but not really, then that's going to be a little bit disappointing.
I find that Project Necromancer isn't as interesting as what Gideon was up to, because we know the final result thanks to the sequel trilogy. So like that's what it's obviously shifting over to. We've already had so much exploration into that through Andor and a bit of Mando and a lot of Bad Batch, right? So fine, whatever. Like, but whatever Gideon was getting up to was not. We always thought it was just towards Palpatine coming back. And then we realized, oh, actually, like Gideon's actually got a contingency plan going on here for himself, and I didn't really catch on to that until a bit later on. To be honest, I was a bit of a late comer to that one.
Yeah,
like. That was so much more interesting because, like, I know Palpatine's going to come back. I've watched the sequel trilogy, whatever Gideon's up to, and the whole integration of Mandalorian culture with the Force and stuff like that as a villain, super cool. I loved his armor, thought it was gorgeous. Loved the sound design on that. Loved his voice with the mask on. Wanted to see where that could go, and he's dead now. So rip.
Yeah, I do agree, Rena, that it does feel like a lot of it is just checking off the kind of basic things that need to happen. But thank you, Rocking Lemon, asking with the super chat, what do you think the main plot for season 4 will be now? I think it's going to be back to season 1. Like, we're going to get more of adventures for that. Maybe tying in with, like, checking in with some of his friends, and maybe there'll be some bigger plot with that, tying into some of the Imperial stuff. But I don't think it'll be something that gets, like, set up and resolved all in one season.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Favreau just doesn't do any interconnecting stories with any of the other shows from this point onwards. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised. I think it will happen, but if it doesn't, I won't be surprised either.
I think they'll be interconnected, but I don't think I don't think it's going to be a situation where like Mando is used solely to set up something for somewhere else. But I think like having an episode where like Mando goes and works with someone from like goes and work with Boba again, maybe connects with Ahsoka again, maybe gets involved in Skeleton Crew in some way because Vane is in Skeleton Crew. So
That's true.
there's those connections that do exist, especially because he's going to be in the Outer Rim dealing with other stuff. Like I think he's going to be more removed from Mandalore, but
good.
We're getting some bounty hunting at the start. That's seems to be the solid thing. Maybe it'll go somewhere in like the second half of the season. That's a bigger overarching plot, like get to Mandalore. Like there's obviously going to be like some big conclusion to the season, but I don't think it's going to be such a lofty goal as Mandalore gets retaken.
Yeah, I like my final conclusion on the entire season plus the finale is I think the season suffered because of external scenarios. So like, I don't know what happened. I'm assuming Grogu was not supposed to be back with him during season 3. I think that might have been shoehorned into Boba. Because everything else kind of just didn't make sense. Grogu didn't have much of a presence throughout the season. I think that's because he had to be rapidly patched in together really quickly.
I don't think he had to be patched in. I feel like they probably had a draft without him there. And like I think even before that, there probably would have been like halfway through the season. That's when the reuniting happens. Like I don't think it was ever gonna be a situation where the whole season goes by without Grogu in it. Because I think this final battle definitely would have been planned with Grogu involved. And I don't think it was like a super late addition to the point like he's most involved in some of the earlier season stuff with like going and getting Bo-Katan. I don't think that works if it's just like R5 going to tell Bo-Katan that Din is trapped. So I think that factors in, but I don't think it's like a huge factor.
I was going to add as well. Like I feel like if it would have been the way that I envisioned, like thought how things would have played out, was it would have been like an A B plot, like a parallel plot between the two being separated, and then their realizations that this is the wrong decision. He should be back with me, or whatever. But I also think having to dissolve Rangers of the New Republic and put them into the Mandalorian. Suffered. I think the show suffered for that as well. Don't get me wrong. I love episode 3. I love the elements of episode 5. And I really enjoyed them, but I know some people that didn't. So that whenever there was a standard filler episode, like episode 6, the show suffered more for it, I think. And on top of that, I just think the whole overarching story of Mandalore wasn't that good. So you've got two negatives weighing down a really good franchise, in my opinion. So, the fact that the show still pulled it off just goes to show how good of a show it can be. It still succeeds with those, in my opinion, those negatives pulling it down.
Yeah.
Season 4 is probably going to be very good.
Yeah. Thank you, Theo, asking, since Din's new job is going to be hunting Imperial warlords for sport, how many Legends warlords could we get? I think there's going to be at least 1 or 2 names that get pulled in. I don't think it'll be littered with Legends, but I think there'll be some. But
where are you live on?
I'm on Datapad. My lore channel. But I don't know, the big thing for me is just how some of the Mandalorian stuff was handled, like how some of the cultural side of it was handled. And where we never really hear what any character's perspective on anything is. Like there's things that happen and then sometimes you get reactions to it, but not always. And sometimes those reactions are just like, well, that happened, and then on you move. And I'm not even saying like it needs to be like Andor where you're really exploring any of the characters' motivations or something. Like in earlier seasons of the show, Like, we saw people have like emotional investment within it. It's not like no show has done this before, Andor. It's like a thing that the Bad Batch did the whole time. It's not like a super deep requirement. It's just like not just going from one thing to the next and then no one really seems to have, no one's impacted by any of the things happening to them. It's just, even with Din, with the redemption stuff, whatever approach the show wanted to take with it, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or whatever, leaving that whole thing aside because I've already gone over my feelings there, but it would have been nice to at least have like some acknowledgement from Din on how he felt about any of it at any point. Like, we see his situation with Grogu at the end of season 2, and there's a clear emotional connection with that. They're both reacting in a clear way. They have clear feelings about it all. And we even get some of it with Bo-Katan in episode 7, where she's so apprehensive about how the Mandalorians are going to deal with being together. But even that kind of went to nothing, where it felt like it was setting up for like, oh, maybe this will become a thing. And maybe we will see that now that they've had their united goal workout, where maybe in season 4 there will be a bit more exploration of that Bo-Katan has to deal with. Because right now it's easy to work together when you're fighting the Imperials, harder to work together when you're a bunch of people looking for a scrap and you're with other people who disagree with you. But seeing more of that earlier on, or at any point with Din, like, Din never had a response to anything. How did Din feel about a single thing this season? Name one thing that he felt positively or negatively about.
He felt positive that he had to have IG-11.
Yeah, that's about it.
He was definitely a silent protagonist. He's like those video game characters that just keep going, "What the? Where am I?" and stuff like that. You know, like.
It's
sorry, you carry on.
No, good.
I was just going to jump in and say, like, sometimes that can be good because, like, games do that and some shows do that so that you can inject yourselves into that type of character and use them as a surrogate to be in that world. But, you know, like, there's too much nuance with Din for that to happen. You built that character up to be too 3-dimensional and you can't pull it back now.
Okay, that's actually fair. With droids in general, I think we got a fair amount with him in the Jack Black and Lizzo episode, and then a bit with IG-11, where some of that was like an impression on Grogu, but it kind of felt like going back to him as the mysterious character of season 1. But you're right, we've gone past that now, and it doesn't really fit to get into it now, or to go back to that. And I don't think it's a situation, as so commonly has been said in this season, where it's like, oh, they're pushing him aside for Bo-Katan. But it's not like he didn't have the screen time for it, not like he didn't have any dialogue for it. And even Bo-Katan got... I just felt like Bo-Katan's dialogue was used more for that. Her screen time was used more for that, whereas Din's wasn't. Like, Din was there as much as she was, but... he just felt like he was going from A to B to C in a lot more than Bo-Katan did.
He just walks around being like, "Don't take off your helmet," and that's it. You know? Yeah. But just I this is a hot take. I personally just don't want to see any more of Bo-Katan. I think she's great. I think she's awesome. But man, I just don't know. It's just. Just didn't go anywhere for me, you know. And it's annoying because I really liked the filler episodes, especially the one with Jack Black and Lizzo and stuff like that. I thought they were really good. But then they get weighed down because progression. There was no big pull, you know. Like season 1 is like, what the fuck is this green little baby? Ew. And then season 2 is a lot about like, how is he going to connect Grogu with a Jedi, and which Jedi is going to pick him up, you know. That was a massive pull, and now and season 3 was just like, okay, well, Mandalore, you know, like I just don't think there was I'm not a massive Star. I am, but like I'm not as knowledgeable as you guys. I don't know what the fuck a mythosaur is.
None of them do either. It's just going to be hiding.
So like, why are we like? Why is there so much about it? Like, and I just like, there's no big pull to that, you know.
Yeah. Like it's I don't think it needed to show up. I would have been disappointed if the way it had resolved was like the Mythosaur shows up and knocks Imperial heads together. I'm glad they didn't go that route. But when the armorers had put such a strong emphasis on like the coming of the Mythosaur will be like the herald of a new age for Mandalorians, but I don't even think the Mythosaur has to hide itself. I think having the armor or Bo-Katan or someone just announce that it's around, like they saw it, rather than just having it be a personal thing, because it's supposed to be such a societal bonding thing. I can see trying to keep it quiet to protect it, but it's just such an opportunity for that bonding and to say like we're at that point. Like the Mandalorians are getting to this new age that we're all trying to work towards, but for now it's staying as a secret. So maybe that'll function or factor more into season 4. But it just, for me, having so much of the Mandalorian societal stuff, which is really the driving force of the drama or the expectations for a lot of the season, it's not necessarily that like, oh, we have to take Mandalore back from someone. It's we have to be united to take Mandalore back. And so much of the stuff that would interfere with them being able to take Mandalore back from that perspective of like, how do we unite, was kind of left on the table and not addressed. And I think that's where my disappointment is coming from, mostly there.
And I just want to quickly defend myself, because I said something that pissed some people in chat off. When I said I liked the Lizzo episode, it was a good episode, but what I mean is those episodes look bad. Those episodes are supposed to exist because it's supposed to be a breather, right? You have a moment in the series where you can breathe and just digest all of the shit that's happened in the previous episodes, and then it picks up again later on down the line. Like, you got to have those down times, because otherwise it'll just go at breakneck speed and you can't keep up.
I think there was important character stuff that happened in those as well, like
that too. Yeah, like for sure. I mean, like, right at the end as well. But like, I feel like the whole season I was just sitting down, bro. Like there was no like high action, like big twists and stuff like that. I just felt like I was sitting down throughout every single episode. I was about to get diabetes or something, you know, like. So when the Lizzo episode and the Jack Black episode come in, which is supposed to be a breather, we've already been sitting down and tucking into a dinner for the past, 5 episodes. So like episode 6 just feels like, oh fucking hell, and a filler episode when the good episodes have been this bad. That's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry, chat, if I let you down on that comment. I apologize. I made a continuous lapse in my judgment.
But what was I gonna say? No, I don't disagree with what you're saying. Like, I think you're right about that. I was going to say something else about a different topic, but I don't remember.
Okay, good jump over to it.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
I'm so sorry.
Shit. It was going to be about the Mandalorian. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's not, again, I'm kind of circling back a little bit of saying like I'm not expecting it to be like Andor, but I don't need a big like jump out of your seat moment to be satisfied with it, or like it doesn't need to be like a big cameo or a big action thing, because I feel like a lot of people who take Star Wars fans' complaints about some of the shows not having that are really focusing in on like, oh, they're only satisfied if they're getting their action figures or if they're getting their cameos, or like, how can you expect the Mandalorian to be like the intrigue of Andor? What I was looking for even was just a scene more like Tech and Omega in the Ipsium mine, where they had like a conversation that was working towards working out some of the problems they had. Like, we got kind of a conversation like that between Din and Bo-Katan, of Din saying like, I'm following you because of you, not because of the stick in your hand. But those were two people who were already on the same page. And I did really like the Din and Bo-Katan relationship overall. But what we needed was a conversation like that between characters who were in some way at odds with each other in a season that's supposed to be about bringing people who were at odds with each other together.
Dude,
we never had that.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Dude, that was another gripe I thought. I just felt like everyone got on really well with each other. It's just like, am I watching an episode of Friends or am I watching
There's more
Wars,
conflict
you
than an
know?
episode of Friends between the friends
I
than
know.
like Phoebe
Yeah.
fucking straight up murders someone off screen, but like it happens, and they're all
Ross
okay with
sexually
it.
assaults someone.
Well,
But you know, Paz Vizsla, yeah, all right, lads, let's go and have a fucking fight with the Imperials. No, like there was no tension. Pez Vizsla should have been a bit more, you know, with Bo-Katan, and he was just fucking happy to go along with the ride and then die at the end. You know, it's just. Yeah, there was no conflict. There was none.
I don't even think it has to be like directed towards Bo-Katan, because I think what Bo-Katan does saving Ragnar is fine, even if Paz had no positive response to Din saving Ragnar in episode 1. But like they're all just so quick to accept the armor saying like, nope, she's taking off her helmet, you're all cool with it. And it's like, great, if you're gonna set up like how much control the armor has over them and what they are and aren't willing to accept, how much they are or aren't willing to lay aside their traditions to accept what she is saying. Not even that, like, not even that Bo-Katan had earned the right to keep their respect and take off her helmet, because it seems like some of that was things that Din could have accomplished prior as well. It's entirely because the armor is saying that this is now what's okay and not okay. And when that's not being used to set up like, okay, maybe there should be a little bit more control they have over their own lives and how they're feeling, then like that could be better. But it just so much is done by fiat and no one reacts to it. But
I want to support your statement there. A little theory is I think loads of people made so many assumptions about the armorer being a traitor and Bo-Katan scheming something, all because the show just didn't do enough to like branch out those characters to give them motives for their actions. So because there was like very minimal knowledge about these characters and how they interact with one another, we were just slinging out theories left, right, and center because we didn't know anything about these characters. So we were just trying to piece one and one together to hopefully make two. So yeah, motives were unclear.
Yeah.
Apart from let's take Mandalore.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think anything else you want to get into, Charlie, before?
No, I need a wee. I've drank 6 liters of water. I'm ill.
All right, that's going to do it for the reaction. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And again, I do want to say I did enjoy the episode overall. Just there were the things we've been talking about are some of the things that have been kind of sticking out to me about the season. Me ranking it as my least favorite of the live action Star Wars seasons doesn't mean I hate it, but we're going to talk about this more, me and Justin, at least on Thursday. Then I don't know if Charlie, we might have some special guests. We'll definitely be playing Fortnite or something after to talk about it, or the X2 podcast. But
are we doing the podcast? Oh,
I think so. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. But either way, thank you all for joining us. Anything, Charlie?
Thank you. Solid 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Okay, there you go. For anyone who jumped over from Xstream, thank you for joining us. Have a good night, everyone, and remember, the Darksaber's dusty now.